Hey there, hi there, Leos. It's me, Priscilla B, with your Witch's Road Tarot reading. And the spread I'm using is called the Triple Moon Goddess spread, okay? But I am going to be combining different cards from different decks because I just feel like I'm being drawn to that. And also, I have some delicious coffee right now. So get yourself a delicious coffee or whatever your favorite beverage is with lots of caffeine in it to wake you up, Leo, because boy, it's going to be a bumpy ride. All right, so getting started, I really felt drawn to the Elwyn Tarot, and it's by Anne Marie Ferguson. It's so beautiful. I love this tarot deck. Um, but I'm not going to be using a spread from it. I'm going to be using a spread from the Witch's Tarot and Triple Moon Goddess spread. Okay, so the Triple Moon Goddess spread is basically 9 cards in total, and it's separated into 3 sections: Maiden, Mother, Crone. So for the Maiden energy, okay, I'm going to first draw you one of these crystal gem cards from my Mindful Souls deck. So for you, okay, um, Leo, first I'm going to say this charm. Ask the Triple Goddess to share her wisdom with you. Repeat this charm. Maiden, Mother, and Crone, now guide my hand and heart. Show me your wisdom today by this witch's art. With the power of 3 times 3, as I will it, so shall it be. And the maiden shows you the possibilities, your hopes and dreams, and what yet may be. Okay, Leo? So, first up, I have the emerald. Okay, this brings about calmness, love, and healing. The element here is earth, the chakra is the heart. For millennia, the emerald stone has woven itself into legends, myths, and tales of love. Beyond being one of the world's most expensive gems, emerald possesses an exquisite mystique and beauty that has captivated the imaginations of royalty, artisans, and thinkers across the centuries. Much like other green stones, emerald has a profound connection to matters of the heart, fostering romance, abundant love, and deep emotional bonds. However, the luxurious yet calming green hue of emerald is believed to also act as a soothing balm for both body and mind. When to use it: romantic dates, healing rituals, or as a token of love and gratitude. Where to put it: wear it as a jewelry piece in direct contact with the skin to enjoy its healing energies. Special care: avoid exposure to harsh chemicals and cleanse it with care using mild soapy water. I feel love flow to me effortlessly and easily with the emerald card. Also, if you think the lighting in this video is weird, like, it is weird, okay? I'm a weirdo. I know what to tell you. My selfie light is missing. I still have not found it. I've looked everywhere. I got this little, like, portable, like, table lamp, and legit, it is, like, the dimmest light ever. I mean, it blows my mind, honestly. Like, the brightness on my phone flashlight is brighter than it. But I did order a new selfie light that is coming in the mail soon. But for now, we've just got a little bit of a like vintage sort of earthreal style. So enjoy this special rare occasion of lighting. Okay. Um, so then we move into the cards themselves, okay? Because that was just like the energy overall that I want to incorporate into your maiden aspect of this reading, okay? So looking at that, okay, because we're focusing here on like dreams and all that good stuff, okay? We're not going to go too deep. We're not going to go like shadow realm dive deep there, no. We're going to sit with some just light work, okay? Um, and for you, I have this beautiful Ace of Pentacles, Leo. Okay, look at what the universe is offering you and bringing you in at this time. Okay, and I also feel like for a lot of you, you've been receiving a lot of messages in regards to like conversations about like Christianity and God. And I feel like those messages are coming in for you at this time because the universe wants to awaken you. Um, and to kind of guide you into this direction where you're focusing on like source and spirit at this time, which is like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. And there has to be a balance. There's a yin to a yang here, okay, with this Ace of Pentacles. So it may not be like obvious to you at first because of the messages coming in like behind that Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so looking at this Ace of Pentacles energy, so give me a second here. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles, this is about gain, attainment, increased income, a timely windfall, the beginning of a large project, recognition of achievements, treasures, good sound foundation to launch an idea, investors, both material and emotional well-being, confidence, measured excitement, blessing, seemingly divine intervention, and relief. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's, this is pretty much like what the universe is trying to um let you know. It's trying to kind of let you in on like a little secret here. And the secret being that a lot of people around you, a lot of energy around you right now I feel like coming from maybe a masculine source here is like trying to redirect your energy to focus on a lot of like masculine values, okay? And I'm not saying there's, you know, this, yeah, I'm saying that that's a part to play in this whole journey that you're on down the witch's road, because the witch's road, the triple moon goddess, that is divine feminine energy, okay? That is the source here of your light, okay? And what's happening is I feel like there's a divine, I feel like there is like a divine intervention when it comes to masculine energy. I feel like you've never really like had the chance to experience that before. So this Ace of Pentacles wants you to see that there is this increase in abundance. There is this increase in income, and it is coming from a masculine energy, okay, but like a source here. But it's not being described as such. It's being described more so as an act of God, okay, or it's being translated into a Christianity here, okay? So I don't really like bringing in religion to my readings because I'm much more spiritual based. But the triple moon goddess divine intervention, like the witch, right? We think about like paganism a lot, okay? But the thing is like there's space and room for all beliefs as long as those beliefs are falling into the same category of like what is the best course of action here, okay? And it's bringing you in income, it's bringing you in abundance, and it's coming through a place in your heart that is coming from a place of love, okay? And relief here as well, okay? So you could think this is coming from a new job. This is coming from a family or friend that is helping you out in some way financially, okay? Now we move into the next card, which I have for you is Justice and the balancing of the scales. Again, this goes into like there is space and there is room for like a masculine energy that is divine and a feminine energy that is divine here. the connection here. I'm not gonna say it's soulmates just yet. I'm not gonna say that because this is not a soulmate reading. This is about you on your path, on your spiritual journey, doing the light work that you were like intended to do, and even just like being paid for it. You know, like there's a sense that you are being paid for the gifts that you can, you know, maybe you say God gave you these gifts, you know, maybe you say you got these gifts from your own power within yourself, and believing in yourself and believing in source and believing in spirit, believing the universe has a, you know, a destiny and a purpose for you. Okay. So it really isn't like, no one here is really like right or wrong what's happening here. I mean, obviously there is a reverse side to wealth. There is greed, and that's the other thing too. I feel like there's like a masculine energy that um, talks about like the seven deadly sins and like greed and like wants to remind you of these things and such, and they're coming from a spiritual place. They're like showing you their side to spirituality, and they're being like open with you about that. But there's also like ill treatment of others. There's jealousy and decay, abomination of values, the twisting and distorting effects of greed, the narrow based belief of money being success. You know, money isn't, you are successful all on your own with or without a bunch of money in your bank account. It's really basing you, like the justice card is really determining the justice based off your spiritual choices that you've made this so far. Okay. And your dreams here are to be, you know, celebrated. Okay. It's supposed to bring you confidence. It's supposed to bring you emotional well-being and satisfaction here. Okay. So yeah, so looking at this justice card, we're going to move into the justice card here. But there is definitely a divine intervention happening at this time for you. Okay, Leo, you are starting to see the truth, or you are starting to express that truth and speak up on that regard. And this is bringing you abundance, because once you open yourself up to, all right, so, yeah, okay, looking at this justice card, okay, Lady of the Fountain, justice, okay, so it says here, the preservation of justice was often touched as the first responsibility of a king. To rule well, one was required to be patient, of independent mind, protective of rights, charitable, and yet have the strength to uphold the law without mercy. Rather than a line of direct descent, the system of early Celtic kingship was dependent on merit and elective, with a suitable candidate being drawn from within the royal clan. Okay? Um, yeah. Okay. So basically, though, like what's happening here is like you are challenging um, a masculine energy here, okay, that is trying to kind of insert their religious beliefs, or spiritual. I mean, sometimes it could be pretty, like religion I would say is like more fear based, where spirituality is like open to the possibility, like the connection is meant to like teach you lessons and help you learn and help you grow, and not live in a state of fear constantly and be fear based constantly. So I think what's happening here for you is like you are bringing this conflict between religion and spirituality into balance within yourself. And I feel like it's being expressed, you know, via justice being done here. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, pretty much, um, deliberating, search for truth and justice, weighing an issue or situation, striving for balance and equilibrium, remaining impartial or centered, and so capable of fair judgment, insight, honesty, and honor, discriminating logic, the value of order, the triumph of reason, appropriate response, karma, law of cause and effect, negotiating, equal partnerships, legal affairs, favorable judgment in legal matters, Self-government, having the inner strength and confidence not to be swayed by the opinions of others. Internal balance achieved by being temporarily unattached to an outcome, having the patience to allow justice time to determine her course, having the courage, strength, and conviction to uphold and implement justice, taking the right action even if unpopular or costly. The card can relate to civil justice or the concept of divine justice. And we just have the Ace of Pentacles that was all about divine intervention. Okay? So, uh, this is going to really come, like what's going to happen here and come into alignment for you here um, is not so much like a specific outcome. What's going to happen here for you, for your dreams coming true, is that you follow through with living your truth. Okay, whatever that means to you. And basically, we're going to find out. Like, we're going to try to figure that out here on the Witch's Road. That's what we're here for. Okay? So that brings in the Star card for your maiden aspect here of this reading. Whenever I see this card, I think of the show Outlander. I love that show. Oh my gosh. Epic ending. Must watch it. Even if you just watch the final episode, oh my god, you'll automatically be a fan and want to watch every single season episode. Okay, so this star energy. Okay, sorry, I had to like tell you to watch Outlander. Okay, but here we go. Okay, hope, inspiration, guiding star, moment of grace and peace, freedom, early signs of life, taking on a new pattern, freedom after trials, chance for escape, first sign of dawn, release, self-reliance, clever, inspired ideas, listening for direction, a quickening, salvation, empowerment, destiny, a time of far-seeing, taking step to save oneself, not giving into resignation, enlightened idea, planning, thaw of the ice, return of life force, rejuvenation, drawing strength from nature. Okay? Trusting your inner voice here, okay, is a big thing with this star energy because you are the star. I mean, your dreams coming true, that's like wishing upon a star, wishing upon yourself, okay? So that you can find justice in your life, so that you can have peace in your life, okay? So that abundance can come in for you because that's what source and spirit and God and the universe, that is what all those energies, if you will, want for you, okay? So it's not so much a battle between labeling this source of energy, right? I use source, okay, a lot because I am very in tune with my divine feminine energy. But I'm just saying, like, source, spirit, God, even if you want to say that, okay, the triple moon goddess, okay, all that energy wants you to have the justice you deserve, the hope in your life, and the balance in your life that you so, like, I don't want to say you're desperate, but I just want to say, like, you have been deprived of. There we go. You have been deprived of for so long, okay? Because you have, there's clearly here an indication that you were around certain energies that were not keeping the scales in balance, okay? It was always tipping the scales in their favor, always tipping the scales in their favor. And it got to a point where you had to totally just, like, say, I'm not going to, be part of that anymore, okay? So looking at that even, like, and I feel like even looking at that from, like, a deeper perspective, I already know this reading is going to be pretty long. It's 9 cards in total. But, feel free to, like, pause it and come back and watch it later. I know, like, okay, so I'm just going to read the star meaning from the Witch's Tarot deck as well, because I feel like it's important to understand from, like, different perspectives. And that's the thing. I think what's happening for you here is, like, you're taking all of these perspectives, all these different opinions on where people draw their power from, where people draw their ability to feel they have purpose, You know, feel that they have divine intervention. Feel divine intervention. Okay. I don't, you know, maybe you're a fan of music or whatever, but hopefully, because I hope you're human and you like music. um, but there's this song, I'm probably gonna like screw up her name, by Bjork, the singer, um, and it's about divine intervention, and I feel like that is, you know, that's like the song, that the energy that I'm picking up on, that, you know, it really speaks to this reading. Okay. Um, let me see if I can put the name of it. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Okay, so it's Bergen, uh, or maybe there's like, you know, a better way to pronounce that, but it's such a good song. There's a line in there, but the line in the lyric in the song is about divine intervention. Like the only thing that can save this like physical based only surface level relationship and make it more about the emotional connection is divine intervention. And I think that's what's happening right now for you, is like you're experiencing, Leo, this like um divine intervention. You're seeing if there's any like emotional connection here that aligns with your emotions, that basically like supersedes all physical aspects. Like you're trying to see if that's, I want to say love is blind, but like, you know, maybe I'll save that for a soulmate reading for you, Leo. But yeah, I mean, it's really interesting how you're starting to look at all these different like connections that you have to masculine energy, to even in the form of an actual man, and all these female relationships you have in the aspect of feminine energy, and seeing what energy really resonates with you, where you feel the strongest emotional connection, um, and moving past surface level. Okay. Okay, yeah. So in the Witch's Tarot, the star is a card of hope, inner peace, creativity, and healing. When this beautiful, tranquil card turns up in a reading, it is a sign that physical and emotional healing is on the way. Have hope, follow your dreams, and your wishes will be granted. This card speaks of inspiration. Your creativity will flow better than ever before. Let it fill you up and see where it leads you. The star illustrates a softer, gentler magic and indicates that you'll be working successfully with your intuitive gifts. Okay, Leo. So we're going to move now into the mother aspect of this reading. Okay. And for a lot of you, this is going to be the part of the reading where you kind of have to separate yourself from like that energy of like trying to like take care of everybody, because what it says here, the mother shows you how your projects and goals have come to fruition and what is happening right now for you, Leo, at this time. And we have the blue chalcedony, calmness, communication, harmony, water, chakra, throat. Blue chalcedony is believed to derive its name from the ancient Greek port of Chalcedon, now known as Kattiko in Turkey. Loved for its nurturing influence, this gem is equally celebrated for its unique ability to facilitate the smooth flow of words and conversations. No wonder it's a favorite among public speakers, orators, lawyers, and even politicians. However, above all, blue chalcedony is revered for its calming properties. This crystal is able to replace anger, anxiety, and hostility with harmony and peace. When to use it: during important conversations, public speaking, meditation, or to ease anxiety. Place it in the living room or workspace to foster harmony and understanding. Avoid exposure to direct sunlight for extended periods as it may fade over time. I remain calm and composed even in challenging conversations. Yeah, Leo. And you're going to have some challenging conversations, Leo, because what is being shown to you now at this time, okay, is that there are going to be these like masculine energies, I feel like, that, and this is coming from a place where like you are trying to keep things in your life in harmony and in balance, but you're also dealing with like new projects. You're dealing with you know, ideas and concepts that uh, you know, you've like opened yourself up to, and that brings in the wheel of fortune. Okay, you are like this fortune here, this spinning wheel here, like you are watching it spin, you know, like you're watching the cycles repeat themselves, but you are like this woman outside of that, you know, you are seeing other people like repeat similar cycles that, you know, they may say bring them good fortune and abundance, but I mean, it's mind games. It really comes down to like mind games, okay? And it really does come down to like power plays and dynamics. And that's why I feel like you have this like such a huge like spiritual thing going on where there's a lot of masculine energy that wants you to be fearful or, you know, look at things from a very like fear-based perspective of like masculine authority and masculine energy, and you just cannot fall into that trap, okay? So, and you're not going to fall into that trap, you know, you're just like observing this, okay? Yeah, and what is happening right now. Yeah. So, and your goals have come to fruition. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's the thing is like you want people to show them who they are and reveal themselves to you and how they deal with challenges and situations that you as like the mother energy are like, you know, you're like, I told you so. Like, and you don't want to play the mother role like when you yourself are looking for someone who is like equal to you, okay, not someone who needs to be taught a lesson. But that's the thing though, is like you are the teacher in this regard and in this phase with the mother energy of the triple moon goddess, okay? So yeah, all right, so let's look at the meaning of this, okay? um So this card is all about surprise, change of fortune, unexpected turn of events, good luck. Okay, it's in alignment with your Ace of Pentacles, windfall, measurable time of or natural cycle, upturn of the wheel, improvement after struggles, obstacles give way, and plans engage. Breakthrough and movement, blind fortune, chance, moods of fate, surmounting difficulties, relief from another's oppression. The Wheel of Fortune can herald random change, neither sought nor deserved, reminding us that fate sometimes rewards the unworthy while denying those deserving of luck. The card also carries a warning to the vain and fame seekers, in that what went up must come down, and at times depicts the figure atop the wheel with the ears of an ass. The wheel can represent a natural shift of circumstance or phase in life, such as the change from adolescent to adult, adult to middle age. And that's what like going from the maiden to the mother is. It's that change of going, the maiden isn't like an adolescent, right? She's not like a child, but she is sort of like new to the ways of, I don't want to say the world, but she's opening herself up to having new experiences that she hasn't had before. Okay? And then once she accepts that she's going to change her sort of viewpoint and her way of looking at the world, then she moves into this new phase of being open to these experiences and having these experiences and what these experiences mean to her and are teaching her. So you're kind of like, instead of teaching others, you're sort of like teaching yourself in a little bit of a way, but you're also open to expressing your viewpoints with others and seeing if they're open to the same viewpoints as you. You know, and also at the same time, you're also watching other people and how they overcome challenges and how they deal with things that they're like feeling and expressing, for instance, and how they want to feel of deserving of luck, and sort of like putting that out in the universe and seeing what comes back. Okay. Yeah. So that's just the start, okay, to all of this here. All right, but now we're gonna move into the next card, and we have the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so definitely messages coming in of like adventure. Speaking of adventure, new experiences. The Seven of Wands aligned with the Lady of the Fountain and Justice. This shows me that you are putting up your boundaries here a little bit when it comes to like what messages you're willing to receive and what messages you want to block out of your life. You can see the man here. He's like fixing the dam so that the sticks, right? Which, you know, he needs a little bit more than that, but he's you know, like stopping the water, I guess, or something like that. But you know, he's putting himself into the like at the front of the line, you know, and he's saying, I'm going to block out what I no longer need, and I am going to accept the things that I do need, and I know the difference, the wisdom to know the difference, I guess you could say. So yeah, so looking at this Seven of Wands, okay. Let's see here. So this is all about courage, determination, and creative thinking. Okay, portends a good time to hazard a gamble. Though the odds may seem against you, there are advantages to your position. The victory of a major battle paves the way to opportunity and a positive cycle in life. Taking a stand, guarding principles and dreams, fending off predators, silencing naysayers. Yeah, and that's the thing about predators too, is like, you, like, even if you're just like starting out on this new adventure down the witch's road, like there are going to be predators. There are going to be like bad guys. Like there are going to be negative energies. There are going to be haters and naysayers. And that's the thing. I feel like you have spent time, and I think it's still fresh and new in your mind, that you have witnessed for yourself when the scales are not balanced, even with others, because you know this within yourself. You know the feeling and the experience of seeing the scales not balancing in your favor and what led to that. And you're also seeing how other people's actions and their consequences, and how they deal with their consequences, and how they project their consequences. If they're projecting their consequences onto you and blame shifting on you, that is, you know, that is kind of like the first stage of a predator, you know, like that is the first sense and awareness that this person is like preying on you, preying on your happiness, seeking out your, like looking for vulnerabilities within you and trying to exploit those vulnerabilities. But your Seven of Wands is like, no, I don't think so. I worked too hard to get here. Okay. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, Leo. So looking at this Knight of Wands, a quick, clever man with a sense of humor, one with an unusual way of looking at life, recognizing patterns and opportunities missed by others. He is somewhat unpredictable, making for a stimulating company. A man who inspires with his enthusiasm and gift of language. A considerate and loyal person. A journey or change of residence. Sound instincts. Okay. Ooh, yeah. See, that's the thing. I feel like, again, Leo, like this is coming across as a soul connection. I don't want to fully go into like, are you guys soulmates or not? But I do feel like there's a like-minded man who inspires you, who is brings out enthusiastic energy within you. He has very good sound instincts, for instance. And he is always like, he is on a journey of change of residence, or, you know, he experiences this, or he like, he's always seeking adventure, for instance. And that's something that you also really enjoy, okay? But there's also, like I said, there's this also like this naysayer, if you will, or this, man, a different type of man, if you will, or masculine energy, if you will, that is irreconcilable. Differences, a heated exchange, loss of relationship, a man who sows strife for amusement, like creating strife just for amusement. I mean, that's no bueno. Weak ideas. Okay, this man has weak ideas. He doesn't uh, think things through fully to the extent of what the repercussions of those choices he's made are. Okay, and so you now in the mother stage. Okay, you already you've experienced this. Okay, and you know the difference now, and that's going to bring you into your future. That's going to bring you into the crone energy, which is like your future self here. Okay, so looking at that crone energy there, okay, we have the outcome and your karma, the things that are unseen and what you may be unaware or afraid to face. So what are you afraid to face? Okay, possibly this Five of Swords. Okay, a sense of loss or abandonment or grief, perhaps, or all three, maybe. Okay, so I just realized this is the Five of Swords, but I don't know why I was picking up Four of Swords, but that is about, Four of Swords is definitely about time for some withdrawal, a time for some protection and silence, yeah, okay, finding sanctuary, okay. Um, So, looking here at this Five of Swords, we have loss, sorrow, regret, defeat, overwhelming opposition, okay? Thwarted by obstacles, loss of confidence, sometimes being made to suffer the sins of others, lack of strength and resources, feeling disoriented, loss of blood, misjudging a situation or person, rash action, humiliation, unfortunate meeting, mercy, or the lack of, okay? But there is like no shame or no guilt here that you need to feel because you were hurt. Okay, Leo, because somebody did hurt you. I feel like they did say something or do something here that did not make you feel like good about yourself or better about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're kind of starting to see the difference between what you're, like, the witch's road, okay, what that means to you, like traveling down that path and trying to figure out what energies are going to travel alongside you and what energies are just going to be like left in the dust, quite honestly. Okay, yeah, there's protection in numbers here. There's a malicious person or a group here, a threatening situation. Okay, yeah, there's that I mean, yeah, you can't really like avoid people not liking you, but you can stay physically away from them. You can separate yourself from them. Okay, physically, mentally, emotionally here, the best way to do that is through physically doing that first. That's the first step. And finding like-minded people that understand you and understand what you're doing and what you're going through. And they might not have gone through it personally themselves, but they have sympathy. Okay, because they're human and normal and not like, the other things. Okay, so then we move into Temperance. Okay, and this is the keeper of the well. Okay, Leo, so you are the keeper of the well. You are the keeper of secrets. I feel like you know all the secrets already. You're the crone, okay? You've already seen it all. You've already witnessed it all. This is your future self thanking you for separating yourself from these people that have been malicious against you, okay? Yeah, you see her. She's like underwater. She's like a mermaid, okay? So there's under the surface, okay? You were in a place where you were around very surface level people, but now you are going under the water and into the depths of the emotional realm here. Okay, it's a very emotional time. Okay, so looking at this Temperance card. Let me see here. Temperance. Okay, so pretty much what we have here with the Temperance energy. Tempering, moderation, adaptation, managing a volatile situation in a calm, thoughtful way, grace under pressure, healing, balance, reflection, and patience, having clear boundaries, a confident, outspoken survivor, bridging two very different worlds, the successful mixing of two opposites, combining materials. This tarot card is sometimes called the art card and speaks of visionary art that brings ideas from one world to the next. Being of two worlds, ability to adapt, beneficial transformation, successful combination of ideas, lifestyles, or people, creating a nurturing, appropriate environment, caring for one's health, repose, feeling protected and removed, guardian angel, self-control, compatibility, blending in harmony, finding inner peace, a period of waiting, and constructive use of time. Okay, Leo? So, I mean, that's all like really positive energy, okay? And you are experiencing that positive energy. You are experiencing it at this time, okay? Again, sorry for the lighting, like, okay? But, yeah. Anyways, okay. So, Leo, okay. Let's see here. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, so toward the end of your journey, okay, this is a man like coming home from battle. Okay, that he's won. Obviously, there's victory here. There's the banner. There's the wreath that proves of the victory here. The sun is rising. Okay, the dawn of a new day, the dawn of a new era. Okay, Leo. Once you have gone down the witch's road and you have overcome the challenges as they are that have been thrown your way, you are ready to celebrate. You are ready to accept your award and your victory. And that just does a full circle. And what a full circle means is that you start off the journey with abundance and you end the journey with abundance, because there will be many foes and there will be many naysayers along the path here, okay, down the road, that want to take your abundance from you, but you are not going to give them your abundance, okay? You are going to fight for what is yours, okay? And you have fought. Like, this is like, future self here that's already won the battle, that's already won the war, okay? Or, so there you have it there, okay? So let's take a look here at the Six of Wands. Okay. Honey, she's saying no. All right, sorry about that. Anyways, okay, so we have the Six of Wands, okay? Acknowledgement of accomplishments, victory parade, accolades, admirers and gratitude, respect of one's peer, contributing ideas to a group project or cause, leadership and established reputation, good standing, recognized authority, having the confidence of the community, a success being more than one had hoped for, a sense of satisfaction, and original, daring thought brings victory and honors. You are bringing honor to yourself. You're bringing honor to your community. You're bringing honor to your family, to your friends, and like, it might not feel that way at first when you start down this path, okay? But it will pay off. It will pay off, because the victories will be numerous. You will have infinite abundance here, okay? Yeah, I mean, Leo, you did an amazing job going down the witch's road, okay? You deserve a celebration. You deserve victory. You deserve to feel good about yourself and feel like you have the love and the light that you deserve. Okay, Leo. So that's my message for you, beautiful souls. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Okay, Leo, take care now. Bye.